Okay, so we're actually live. Oh man, now I got to change that thing.
Oh, it still says locker
Oh,
room,
that's
dude.
right.
Hey, to be
Man,
fair, none of us noticed it until just now.
I think I saw it like not last time or the time before. It's just we see it all the time, so it's just kind of
Yeah,
like
no, we all
there.
saw. We
I
all
like
saw
these
it.
guys. They are funny guys. Arriba! Just kill one of them.
oh yeah, all of this has to go. The Warlocker podcast, Warlocker show, Warlocker live. Yeah. Okay, well,
So now we have AI.
yeah, that's
Welcome
right.
from the Warlocker desk. Today is
Oh, geez,
We have
Louise.
some splaining to do.
Yes, what's up? Oh, boys, welcome back to the show. Chuck is out. Chuck's wife. Turns out when wives have birthdays, it's important to take them out and show them a good time.
so. I was late to that party.
Yes.
So what had happened is I got along in life with the whole like, nah, it's just a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got busy at work, you know. So then I got married, right? And obviously I was not late to the wedding. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. The only reason I was not late to the wedding is because of Matt. Matt was there.
I mean, that doesn't
Matt was a
surprise me.
groomsman. And
I was there, but Matt is the reason you're not late to anything.
dude, I was putting up decorations and Matt taps me on the shoulder because like the wedding coordinator was like, hey Marco, you didn't start getting ready. I'm like, oh, we got plenty of time. Matt like taps me on the shoulder, looks at his watch and goes, bro, we don't. Like people are showing, and I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, people are gonna start showing up like 20 minutes. I'm like, no, we got plenty. We got like 3 hours before this shit starts. He's like, Matt, and Matt was like, no, Marco, 3 hours was 3 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta go. So we run back into the groom's room, that the room was getting ready, and it was a blur of shots and suits. It was just shots and suits, and I was like, okay, I think we're ready. I think we're ready.
Should be.
Yeah, and then my mom comes in and goes, "Oh, mijo, I'd like to say a little prayer." I was like, "I think I hear music, Mom.
Yeah.
I think I hear music." And she's like,
You
she's
know
like,
your mom's prayer.
Hey,
like your mom never
what-
prays. That would not have been a quick prayer.
No, but I mean, she's an old school Catholic Hispanic woman. So then she's like, okay, a quick one. I'm like, there's no such thing. Okay, and I was like, okay, we're bowing our heads. We're bowing our heads. This is and I was just like, my mom was just like, just basically, she's like, this
Honor
is
your
happening. This is
father and
happening.
mother.
As she's like sitting there, like putting her, you know, as I see this hand moving towards like my fucking forehead, I'm like, oh, this is happening. This is happening. This is
Yeah.
and okay, cool.
You're
I'm gonna
about to have a prayer put on you.
Yeah, just bow my head, and my mom's laying hands on me. And not in a Compton laying hands on me. And,
Hey, you know what? Motherfucker, are you still married?
I'm sorry?
Are you still married?
Barely. And
Go thank your mother.
This is no shit. This brings us to my point of like forgetting my wife's birthday, like the first year we were together. And she's like, I bet you remember it was Tom's birthday. I'm like, I did. She's like, it's the same fucking day. I'm like, oh god damn it. All right, sounds good.
Yeah,
awesome. Sounds like I'm never living this down. So yeah, from then on in, I've never forgotten.
How old were you when you met me?
I believe I was 16 and you were 15.
So you had a lot more repetitions because there's only one a year.
Yeah.
No, you weren't. You were 15.
I was 15.
I was 13.
Oh, okay.
So if you think about it, you've had a lot. If one birthday a year, you've had quite a few more. You have at least 21 more repetitions than your wife.
Listen, Marco. When you get old enough, you're gonna know her birthday because you're gonna go pick up her prescriptions.
Oh,
right?
that's yes.
All
those things.
Like,
you're gonna know. You're gonna fill out paperwork for things like insurance and all that.
Oh yeah, I'm there now.
Security numbers.
Yeah, man.
All of those things.
I'm there now. I know the last four of the social. I know the date of birth by heart. I know the last four of the phone number by heart. Well, I mean, like in all fairness, as far as we are concerned, we're of the age. We are all of the age to say, "Hey, welcome to the Warlocker." I'm Fuzzy.
I'm Matthew.
And I'm Tom.
And ladies and gentlemen, the one and only
Clay Novak. Ladies and gentlemen, Clay Novak coming back to the show, retired U.S. Army
Yay!
infantry. Do you guys? So, quick question:
Yeah.
Is just light colonel? Is that like saying like butter bar? Like, is it?
Wait,
That died a long time ago.
Wait, what was it? What was it? I didn't correct you. What was it?
Light colonel.
Light colonel.
Used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, that used to be, kind of a normal thing. Light colonel, lieutenant colonel, not a full colonel.
Right.
Okay.
Light colonel kind of faded away, probably about 25 years ago.
Okay.
Hey, Clay, let me ask you a question about that real quick, about the light colonel, if I could, Thomas, if I may. I guess I can. Please
do whatever you want now.
Thank you, and I'm actually glad you're here because I can answer this question. So, light colonel, right? And then you said it was gone 25 years ago. Is it because light colonel was half the calories and the same flavor?
It was less of the time and all of the anger is what it was.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. All right. I thought it was one of those, like maybe they changed the prescription. You know what I'm saying? From from Colonel Light.
No,
it's kind of like Michelob Light or Michelob Ultra. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna go Colonel Ultra.
We were not
I knew you were
99
going
calories. That is not it.
There was not 99 calories. Also, let's see. Kyle says, "Got any advice for me? I'm currently going through training to be a corrections officer."
Look at the picture. Stop.
I'm
controlling us.
I know.
There's no
corrections officer. Oh, I didn't get it. Thank you, corrections officer. Any advice for me as I said in the career? Yes. Wear a helmet?
They only do that on occasion. They get in their we used to call them the Ninja Turtle outfits.
The Ninja Turtle outfits?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, now while you were inside, did you ever have anybody fucking go full we'll call it full retard and like do the whole like flood their cell and before someone's trying to make entry? No, you never saw that.
The whole cell block I was on, we all made hooch, and there'd be like some new people like making it for the first time. They forget to burp it, so that explodes.
Sure.
And we used to have this big drawer underneath the bottom bunk, and it would just fucking. But yeah, it never happened to me.
So the third shop, I want to say the third shop. I believe it was the third shop I ever worked at. I worked with this guy, and I'll say his name because I'll explain in a second. Anyways, Will was a great guy. Became a great friend of mine. Loved that guy to death. Can't say enough good things about him. Crazy, lovable bastard. We would have loved him. He learned how to tattoo inside. He actually learned how to tattoo inside, and he did a
there's
dime.
some clean shit that they're doing.
There are some fucking like.
I didn't get any souvenirs while I was in there.
Smart.
But yeah.
So Will did I think he did 8. I think he was supposed to do a dime, but he wound up doing 8, right? And he got out. And when he got out, he followed the thing and became a tattoo artist and great artist and so forth, blah blah blah. Right. So I got to working with him. He came with a shop that we had bought, and so him and I in talking, he tells me like, oh yeah, like I was like, oh, what I'm like, give me the inside information. I was like, did you ever learn how to make ink? He's like, yeah. I wanted to learn how to make ink, and then I got with the nurse. And I was like, what do you mean you got with the nurse? I was like, oh yeah, I got with the nurse. I was like, oh, I don't. That's all I need to know. He's like, and then she was sneaking me ink in, so I had like, legit machines, legit ink inside. I'm like, that's pretty cool. He's like, but he's like, we would, some people try to trade us like hooch and other stuff like that, for for work. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, and he's like, and I asked him like, did you ever make some? He's like, oh yeah. He's like, oh yeah, I used to make the fucking best shit with apples, in the fucking cell block. I was like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, no. Do you want to make some? And I was like, well, and I'm like,
hell yeah.
Where? He's like, yeah. He's like, where? I'm like,
under the bed, bitch.
He's like, here. I'm like, at the shop. He's like, yeah. I'm like, can we? He's like, yeah. I was like,
dude,
well, fuck yeah.
Told me he just brought in like one of those clear trash bags, and you guys made it.
Bro, true story. we legit immediately at that moment looked at each other's schedule. We didn't have anything scheduled. We locked the shop. Middle of the day, we locked the shop. Took off. I'm like, where are we going? He's like, we need to go to Home Depot. I'm like, oh, okay. We need to go to Home Depot and then we need to go to a grocery store. I was like, all right, which one first? He's like, Home Depot. He's like, we're gonna do this shit the right way. And I was like, dude, there's a right way of making pruno. I'm in, right? So we go to Home Depot. First thing he goes, we need a Homer tote. I'm like, the Homer bucket? He's like, we need a Homer bucket. He's like, all right, we need a Homer bucket. He's like, we no longer make it in the toilet bowl. He's like, we just, Homer, we get it from the guys in the machine shop. We got the buckets. I'm like, all right, you got the buckets. So we go to get a fucking bucket. We wash out the bucket. He lines it, and this Thomas comes in. He puts a trash bag on the inside, right? We go to Ralph's, right? The grocery store. So we go to the grocery store, and he goes, all right, we need some apples. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, but we need like the most bruised, fucked up, like sad looking apples that are all the way in the bottom of this bunch. And I was like,
why?
Oh, okay.
Why?
So we start picking through all the good apples, and here we're like two fucking crackheads, you know what I'm saying? Like going through all these fucking good apples, looking for all the fucked up, bruised, turning, almost bad apples with the little flies coming off of it, right? And he's like, these are perfect. We have a bag of like fucking 20 fucked up apples. What's up?
Yeah. Because they're overripe, they're soft,
and they've already started
fermenting. So yeah, he get this fucked up apple
process.
All right, so here we go. We get these apples, and he goes, all right, cool. We need he's like, we need yeast. He's like, we used to get these from the we get yeast from the guys who were working at the the cafeteria. Mm-hmm. So we get those. We got that from them. So we get little packets of yeast. And then we need a bunch of sugar. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go in and I get a sack of sugar, and I turn around, and he just like,
you got the packets? You got the whole experience. Hell yeah.
He's like, that's not how we do it. I was like, what do you mean this is sugar? He's like, that's not how we do it. And he puts it back, and he gets the box of 100 fucking sugar packets. All right. And then he takes off on me. And he's like, hey, I'm going to get some drinks and some snacks. And he takes off. He's like, I'm going to make something else. I'll be right back, right? So he goes, and we meet up in like 20 minutes. Get all the shit in the fucking basket. We go back to the shop. And here we are sitting now. We open the shop back up. And here we are in the middle of the fucking shop, like face to face with a fucking bucket inside of it. And we're sitting here like cutting and peeling the fucking apples and taking the stems off and dumping them all in there. He's putting, water in there. He breaks up the yeast. And we're fucking sitting there ripping up fucking packets of sugars one by one, just one by one. He closes up the bag. He fucking puts it underneath the autoclave, the sterilizer, because that's a warm room, and every time we fucking set the autoclave to go, it steams up and it heats up and it warms it warms. This motherfucker tells me, like, he sets a fucking timer on his watch and goes, hey, when it goes off, it's time to burp the baby. And I'm like,
yeah.
It's like, I don't know what that means. It's like, oh, there's gonna be like gases, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like, so we have to like open the bag and close it real quick. And he's like, you gotta open and close it real quick because you need to trap it in there to make sure the shit kicks. And I was like, okay,
just to make sure it doesn't explode.
Yeah. So we spend the next fucking week at the shop coming in. This motherfucker was so committed that he drove in the middle of the fucking night, one time every night from his house at like 3:00 in the morning to come over, burp the baby, and then go back fucking home and go to sleep.
That's amazing.
He's a fucking.
To be fair, when you're doing it in your cell, when I was in mine for at one point 23 hours a day.
Sure.
But there's nothing else to fucking do.
Clay's like, what is that story? I want to know that story.
Yeah, listen, man, I was on 5 deployments in combat zones where you weren't allowed to have alcohol. And I've never heard of anybody making homemade hooch like this. It's not mashed.
That's
like they're not.
It's not mashed.
No, they're not guys with like gin mills in their hooch making.
You're talking about Hawkeye Pierce?
Yeah. None of that. We were not.
Okay, so here's the thing, Marco, Clay, Matt, you guys are all clearly using flip phones, and I'm in the smartphone era when it comes to jailhouse alcohol.
Okay.
Here you go. Hand sanitizer. Hey, Matt. I'm sorry, Matt.
Hand sanitizer. Okay.
Hold on, Matt. Can you please? I used to say somebody was HBD, right? Had been drinking.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That was on the actual. That is still probably on the actual CHP accident form. HBD, HNBD. Had been drinking. Had not been drinking.
Had not been drinking.
So that somebody's been drinking. We just that motherfucker's HBD, right? And if they're drunk, they're F, because 647F, the penal code, was drunk, punk, and drublic, right?
Yeah,
now, if you want to tell, correct me if I'm wrong, if you want to tell another person in the medical field that somebody has been drinking, you say they are ETOH.
Correct.
Now, why do you say they are ETOH?
That's the abbreviation for ethyl alcohol.
Okay. All right. Now, did anybody ever want to check? All you have to do, I'm not saying do this. I'm saying jailhouse people do this. But
Right.
look at the back of a hand sanitizer bottle. This is hand sanitizer and salt. Did they actually show the back of the bottle? Yeah, right. Okay, there it is.
Yep.
I'm trying to see the active ingredient on it. And it doesn't say. Okay. All right.
It's on the
So here's
other
the
side,
trick,
on the
kids.
back.
Here's the trick, kids. If it's isopropyl or methyl, as in methamphetamine, as in METH, not ETH, don't fucking touch it. You don't go anywhere near it. In fact, just don't do it at all. This is ethyl alcohol and hand sanitizer with a little bit of table salt and 5 minutes. Now you can heat this up by just a little agitation, right? The catalyst. Sometimes motion is a catalyst, right? And so as the salt goes in, apparently science does magic, and the salt takes the gelatin that they put in it, and it congeals it into pure ethyl alcohol. And you strain it out with an napkin, and you get a shot of moonshine that tastes like flowers.
Now that would be I was looking at it through the eyes of the ex-con being what did I have access to when I was in. That would have been very hard to pull off.
Oh, no, I'm telling like hand sanitizer in jail.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
Not back
Well,
then.
They're probably just freaking drinking that shit.
Well, that's the thing. If it's ethyl alcohol, you can just drink straight.
Yeah.
hand.
And does it have to be Himalayan pink salt? Because
No.
again, I don't know if there's
I've used tables every single time we've made this demonstration.
Mm.
Yeah. So okay. So Marco, you guys, Clay, I think we are all men of a certain vintage, right?
And,
yeah.
and Pruno is not it.
Marco
Right.
and I are of the 75 vintage.
Yeah.
I'm 73.
Okay.
Okay,
And I'm
there you go.
77. So we're just 2 years apart each time. Okay.
There you go.
I'm assuming that you boys grew up with the idea that Barbie sets a ridiculous female stereotype and that women were constantly yelling about Barbie dolls being bad for girls because how it's damaging to girls' psyches when they have to constantly compare themselves to Barbie. Did we not hear this? I think we heard this, right?
I vaguely remember a
Yeah, that's okay.
high-pitched squeal around that
Yeah, but
part of my life in the background, but I didn't pay much attention to it.
Oh,
Yeah, that was like in my 20s. I heard that. Like that
Yeah.
was
It's like-
Yeah, no, you're,
they're
you're
still
right, Clay. That
saying
shit
it.
kicked off a
Somebody's
long time
still-
ago.
There's still,
Right.
yeah.
People are still saying it. But what I remembered
Mm.
was that I think we boys had some pretty crazy like body standards too. I remember playing with Rambo action figures.
I mean, do you remember He-Man action figures, bro? That,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
nothing made
He-Man.
you feel like that was the land of the swole.
So Marco, it's funny you should mention it
the movie's coming out, man.
because the trailer dropped today
Oh, I haven't seen the trailer yet.
and I waited until now. Marco, I have not watched it. I waited
I love
for
you
you,
so
my-
much right now. I
We're gonna
love
watch
you
this
so much
right
right now.
now.
I was working all day.
Oh,
This is amazing.
we are live watching and so podcast live guys, people, you're just gonna have to hear the trailer live as we're hearing it. We'll try to react to it as best we can, but I will probably just be crying, so it's fine.
Well, no,
By the way, so
aren't they? If the live people, if you're watching us on YouTube, you're seeing us right now.
Yes. So
okay,
Yeah,
so this is the
let's-
trailer to. You said this is the trailer to He-Man. Right?
this is Jared Leto.
Mhm.
as
Oh, he's Skeletor, isn't it? Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Jared Leto is Skeletor. Some guy named Nicholas Galzatine is He-Man.
Right.
Oh, Nikki Gazzi.
Idris Elba is Man at Arms.
You totally sold me. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker knows who that is. I saw the worm. My ass is in the boat, dude. My ass is flopping on the fucking boat.
Do you guys know who Nicholas Gal? Or I'm sorry, no. What the fuck? Oh, Idris Elba, right? You know who Idris Elba is. Do you know who Allison Brie is
Yeah.
from Glow and from Mad Men?
Yeah. Mhm.
Some green.
She is playing the lovely Evelyn.
Morena Baccarin's in it too.
Yeah.
What's she playing?
I believe Miranda Baccarin
she's
is
having a
playing-
minute. So she's in the Greenland movies with
right. Oh, she's hot.
Gerard Butler. She's
Yeah,
in.
stop
She was the girlfriend in the
what's her name?
Deadpool movies.
She was the
Miranda
girlfriend in the
Baccarin.
Deadpool's movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Okay, so
her name?
we watched it. Miranda Baccarin.
Marina Baccarin.
All right. So,
I just saw that movie.
Back her in, and I'm like, yeah, back her in.
yeah,
I just saw that movie Elevation with her. I don't know if you guys saw that one.
Not good. Saw it. Not good.
Yeah, I was
Here it
expecting
is.
a little bit more, and it was a miss, right, Clay? Like you could see where it could have been cool, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is like
Terrible.
painful.
Not good.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. We were playing it. I'm getting ready. Hold on.
Oh, we're getting here we go. No interrupting.
All right.
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories. Talking tigers,
Oh, that's dope.
spaceships, and magic swords that
Oh,
can
yeah.
make a man as mighty as a god. Where I come from, that stuff is real.
Oh, Battle Cat.
Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe. So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you.
She's the mom.
There's
This obsession with nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good look for human resources.
I know it sounds crazy, but that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
Granite Arm.
Mm-hmm.
What am I supposed to do? Take the sword. You protect them.
I don't love the battle action damage chest plate, but I think overall I like the rest.
I think it's because of what we were just talking about. It's interesting to point out how they elected to portray He-Man in the live-action show versus the cartoon and the action figures.
You mean without a Dorothy Hamill Bob?
Well, no, as far as like the ridiculously frickin',
Oh, yeah.
super yoked, like,
So we're
4
not-
foot wide shoulders and the super V and the.
Hey, I just want to make sure that we're not getting Dolph Lundgren back. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Ah,
That's,
Lundgren back.
oh my gosh.
that's
As
not.
long-
So that's not happening. I don't. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not excited. I saw Skeletor.
Okay.
I'm not excited about the CG overlay instead of
Yeah?
practical.
Well, it's Jared Leto, dude, and it's Skeletor, and we'll see how it comes off because
I just hope he makes some wise ass comment and goes, "Until we meet
Runs away.
again,"
He
and
just-
runs away.
It just runs
Like,
off. That's
It
awesome.
has to happen. It
he
has to
doesn't
happen.
run away. I mean, if they can give us the goddamn Spider-Man meme in that Spider-Man movie, we can have
Yeah.
our Skeletor running away meme.
Listen, all I want, and you guys will remember this. If you guys remember He-Man from when we were little, I just want that moment where they're like running and then they stop and then do like this little side look thing and then they run in the opposite direction. I want they that shit was that same fucking cut was in
Yes.
every
Yeah.
fucking episode. And if they don't have that, I don't know, man. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm
Yeah.
out. By the way, I'd watch it. She's hot.
Okay, so that before we move on, because we got actual world topics to cover. if you guys could have any, like, if you could have, like, somebody said, okay, we're gonna make you the executive producer. You're gonna be the James Gunn of this universe. You're gonna be the Kevin Feige. You're gonna be the well, George Lucas now because Kathleen Kennedy is gone. You're gonna be the god of this universe on film, and you can base it off of any intellectual property, you know, toy or cartoon from your childhood, whether it's been done or not. Who would you want to see done right?
Ooh,
G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How would G.I. Joe have to be done right? Because the one we got was not right.
gritty.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think a little bit more gritty.
I didn't finish the one we got right. Or the
Yeah.
one we got because I started watching it. And I'm like, what is this track? Like I had no interest in finishing it.
Not only did we not get it right, we got it right. We got it wrong twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
I think so you put a cutoff in the G.I. Joe development. So like there was however many generations of characters there were, right? The
Oh yeah,
figures that
for
came out.
sure.
So I think after probably maybe the third one, like you don't go any further than that. When they started getting into like the
Cobra
weird
Law and all
neon
that?
colors and like all of that
for
other
sure.
stuff,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all that crap's got to go. But I think you take G.I. Joe and you make it a real like combat kind of focused kind of thing. Like make it dark. You know what I mean? Like do it in that style. I think those movies would be awesome.
What if you okay, I'm with you as far as the darker kind of like,
Okay.
actually show them people getting shot and so on and so forth. But
Okay.
just go with me on this. What if you do it in the vein of like the Expendables? And I mean like the first and second Expendable, not like five. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't. It's serious enough, but it doesn't take itself too serious.
I think the first attempt at G.I. Joe is too close to the Expendables to do it that way again. I think you got to do a total departure, and I think you got to go realistic, dark. Like I think that's it.
You think almost like because all the Joes were all different and they all had different specialties, right? So almost make them like an A-team kind of situation,
Well,
like
yeah.
because you got to throw them out. Remember,
It's always supposed to be like a special mission. Like you get assigned to
Right.
G.I. Joe. That's why Gung Ho was a Marine.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Right.
So I guess I then here. Okay, you can bring up G.I. Joe then, because then I'll ask you this because I've thought about this recently. My son was telling me, did you guys know that? I mean, I didn't know how strong the G.I. Joe franchise is still going, and I'm actually quite excited to hear that my son.
Oh, they just released them.
Transformers are. That's the movie franchise they're crossing over.
Yes.
Because they say that G.I. Joe and Transformers have always existed in the same world in the comic books. And so they're gonna do that. But here's the thing. I said, okay, there's 3 levels of G.I. Joe that I will accept. And so it's funny that Clay, you brought up G.I. Joe because I was not planning on doing this, but I had to look it up. So calling an audible.
Okay.
I essentially said you've got like cartoon accurate,
Okay.
cartoon spirit accurate, and then like real life looks like a cartoon, right?
Right.
Okay.
So it's like the one leans towards the cartoon completely, one leans towards the kind of middle ground of, well, it's a realistic looking, but it's still a cartoon looking. And then the last one is, what if the cartoon was a real thing?
Okay, so where in those descriptions, because I'm trying to like in my mind see everything, where would you drop like the Avengers franchise within that? Like that like the costuming and that style and everything.
So
that,
if I'm saying what you're saying, the third version, we'll look at 3 versions. The third version, which is the real life version that's trying to look like the cartoon, would be the Avengers of the movie trying to look like the comic book. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm with Thomas. That's more like Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's trying to look like
Right. The middle one is more like that new Superman movie where it's really leaning hard on the comic book, but it still looks real. And then the last one would be like, like Spider-Man is comic book accurate, like.
Well, like the what's his nuts did when Tim Burton did the Batman movies.
That's not. I mean, that's even worse because that's not even nothing.
That's
I would
know, but
actually do
that's like
the
super goofy comic booky, like super.
yeah. I would do G.I. Joe like the Christian Bale Batman movies. Like
Yeah.
that
That's
kind of dark.
so I kind of lean towards the other way, but I want to go. But here's where I'll go one up on you, Clay. I want the dark level, like I want the Tombstone Gallows R-rated Deadpool humor of it, but I want it
Sure.
to look like the cartoon. Now,
Oh.
here's where I go. So there was a couple. This is where I said I didn't realize G.I. Joe was still going strong. There's apparently like several different reissues of the G.I. Joe famous action figure Duke.
Yeah, I just
Really?
I just came across them at Walmart with my son. It was like
Some of them
with
are
the backing and everything. It was great.
Yeah.
They're a little bit bigger. It
Okay,
looks
so
like they're a little bit bigger.
This is this is what I consider the base model, which is if you're going to go full comic book accurate, where like you're doing a Tim Burton fantasy or you're doing a Burt Ward, like fantasy, or like tights.
Mhm.
That would be this level of accurate, right?
Okay.
Right? Like
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Okay. I see. Yeah. From the
amount,
cartoon. Yeah. For sure.
it looks just like the cartoon, only that's a real life action figure from the cartoon, right?
Mhm.
So you
Right.
would just take that and make that into a real person, have that real uniform, have a patch that's like it's like a human Jumanji, right?
Hey, really?
Okay, yeah.
Duke over here is fucking really rocking that cod piece. I'm just saying.
Or okay, level 2. Now you have don't vote yet. Okay. That's level 1. Level 2, which is the new James Gunn Superman style, where they really are trying hard to mimic the comic book and cartoon, but they're going to use real people. Here you go. This would be level. Oh, that's level 2. Sorry, level 2. Okay. So like, it's a little more realistic.
Okay,
but
sure.
It's still anachronistic, and the gun is still the imaginary G.I. Joe rifle, and
right.
But the helmet's still got a visor. Like, okay. Now this one is the last one you guys get to choose from. This is the Christian Bale G.I. Joe. This is if you're asking me what a Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan G.I. Joe should look like, or what Matt's saying, which is Avengers meets G.I. Joe.
Okay.
This level.
All right.
Now, what do you think?
I'm going with the last one for sure.
So I'm gonna
directed by Michael Bay.
Okay,
There you go.
and it's
lots
funny
of
you say that.
tactical explosions.
And Clay, it's funny that you say that because in my mind, I'm going for the third one. And if you remember the first Transformers movie, right?
Yeah.
This is the third one, right? So you're
Yeah,
agreeing.
that's the third one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, or it may have been the second one where they had a unit tied to them. You know what I'm saying? Like they had, and when you're talking about a crossover, it's right there. And as far as the Michael Bay movies and so forth, and then you have that tactical unit, you know what I'm saying? Like the Spec Op unit that is actually tied to the Transformers and working with the Transformers. It's set. You know what I'm saying? It's already set up. It's already set up and it's already there. You just literally plug in, give them the names, you know what I'm saying, and give them their specialty, and give them would you kick it off? How many members of G.I. Joe would you kick it off with? And
dude, I would go old school. I would go Duke, Scarlet, Snake Eyes, Roadblock.
All right, I'm gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna blow your mind.
There you go.
Okay.
You would just do Kung Fu Grip on everybody.
He has it. He has it.
There is a 4-part comic book G.I. Joe Transformer crossover, and I got all 4 of them sitting right here.
Wow.
I mean, that's a flex,
That's
dude.
I
mean, talk about
what a call and audible right there.
No, that's why I smirked when he turned and bent over. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what he's about to pull up. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I knew
fantasy you had Strokey McGee. You thought he was coming up with the something else.
You know what I thought? You know what I thought he had?
Those comic books are worthless.
I mean, do you remember back in the day, like they had I forgot what it was called. It was called the Roll Call or something like that. It was the big G.I. Joe book.
Yeah, Roll Call. It was Roll Call.
Single, I think this was called, and it had every single one of them. It had their name, specialty, and so. Shut up! This motherfucker's got it. He's got it. He's
Oh.
looking for it.
Got it.
This is dope.
Oh, wow. Dude, I'm gonna tell you what. Why? How did this just? Can we have a GI Joe podcast? By the way, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb, right? Okay. You're gonna have your OG Cobra Commanders, right?
Sure.
You're gonna have your hooded Cobra Commanders, right?
Right.
You're gonna have your Cobra Commander in that weird fucking silver spacesuit that nobody should ever speak of.
If you fucking tell me that you're behind Serpentor, I'm fucking rage quitting right now. I'm fucking rage quitting right now. Don't you fucking do that to me. Don't you fucking do that to me. Go ahead.
I ain't bringing no Cobra law into none of the.
Thank you.
Say, I'm a mass device guy. That's all. That's where I'm at. Right.
Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine.
So, what I'm saying is that Zartan and the Dreadnought are low key.
I fucking love those guys, dude.
Fucking dopest. Like
I fucking love them.
Like,
I love them. I love them. I love them. Unless
we lost.
Lock it up. Okay.
Zartan and the Dreadnoughts, dude. It's like Ozzy Osbourne and the Three Stooges as a mercenary team. I fucking love it.
Yep. It was the bumbling fucking random, saying swamp fucking. It's like a heavy metal, 1980s heavy metal swamp band that decided to just go like do
and the
bullshit.
Fucking action figure turned blue. All right, so
which I never understood.
Speaking of lethal force arrests in Minnesota church protests, guys, we haven't talked about that.
Finally,
really?
It's a fucking segue. Should have been four, but we'll get into that too.
From Sartan to fucking Minnesota.
Matt, how much of this, Marco? I don't know how much you can help her play.
Matt told me not to follow. Oh, excuse me. Matt and I talked about this, and I told him and Chuckles that I would not. Ooh,
got it.
Bad.
So Matt,
not
Matt can play. Yeah. Okay, go, Matt.
Where am I going? What do we? Oh, talk about what
you're
happened.
You're gonna have to fill some people in on the details of what happened.
Oh, because Marco doesn't know what happened. Okay, so a few days ago, there was a group of protesters that decided to interrupt a church service at a Christian church because one of the pastors, not the lead pastor, but one of the pastors, they heard at the time it was unconfirmed that he was a regional director with ICE. And they thought that was a conflict of interest. How can you be both? You can't be a Christian pastor and work for ICE. So they ran in there and started yelling that girl's name that got shot in the face. And basically, there were a couple of lead agitators.
You got to mute that when you're going to go rummaging around through fucking One-Eyed Willie's pirate ship for gold.
Yeah, sorry about that. This fucking chair all of a sudden is doing this, and I apologize. It's not like this.
But there were a couple of lead agitators that were like getting into people's faces and calling them fake Christians and how dare you be here and you're blah 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 and interrupted the service. So there were a lot of kids
doing too much.
there. And, doing too much. Well, you walked into the middle of a church service and started just barking at people. And,
just doing a little too much. I understand.
Yeah, and people in the church, for the pastor included, were asking them to leave, and they didn't leave. They they were under their First Amendment. I'll get into that. And then police were called, but they had left before they would have responded if they would have at all.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of local laws that they were breaking, but the big one that everybody was talking about is it's a thing called the FACE Act, and it first was started to ensure the rights of people going to reproductive health clinics, aka abortions, from being harassed and having their time interrupted getting in and out of there. And then it was expanded to places of worship. So you can't intimidate. You basically can't interrupt somebody's worship time and intimidate them, and that's exactly what they did.
You can't. That's basically
that.
Pressing their civil rights.
Yeah,
correct.
Correct. That makes sense, and that makes sense. I can stand behind that for sure.
It's basically a federal law that protects private citizens from, like Thomas said, violating someone. They violated their First Amendment.
Freedom of religion. I understand. Got it. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
But it's also freedom from government interference or no other American should be allowed to do that. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's his nuts? Forget his name. Don Lemon was there. He met up with the organizers of it in a parking lot prior and was in there and trying to interview people. You know, he's such a piece of shit. Like,
Right.
So
how do you feel about timing right now? It's like he's like, get out of the fucking church. Like,
Right.
yeah. So Don Lemon gets wind of this, and he goes and he meets up with the these protesters. One of the lady who organized this, who has been arrested, who draws a 6-figure salary from a charity organization, who actually donated less money or issued less money in grants than she made last year from them. So as an example, she works for a charity organization that, she makes about $200,000 a year, and they gave about $125,000 in grants last year. So problem number one there. But so she organizes them. She rolls them into the church. Now, before they go in, Don Lemon's like, oh, I know this lady. He's giving her the huggy kissy face.
Yep.
Like they're going, and he says exactly what they're going to do. They're going into the church. They're going to disrupt this. They're going to make a statement. And then he goes in with them, and all basically no violence breaks out, which is amazing.
right.
If they tried this shit in a church in Texas, somebody would have got popped. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah.
But
Do it to a
anyway,
Southern,
they
do
go
it
in
to a
there.
Southern Baptist church. Like
They
good
go
luck.
in there, they disrupt the service. It's really disgusting to watch. And then, like Tom said, cops were called, but the protesters leave before the cops get there. But they're all walking around, as is today's day and age, cell phones, everything's being recorded, live broadcasted, all this other stuff. So the three main agitators, which was the lady who organized it, another, kind of similar type woman, and then this guy who is what's his name? He's got a handle on
he's
social media. So he was a guy who was
William
court-martialed
Kelly.
out of the army. He was an admin clerk in the army, and his handle on social media has something to do with being a veteran. But he got a bad conduct discharge, got court-martialed out of the army, and he was talking about being a veteran while he's in there, and he's chastising all these people. That guy has also been arrested.
Yeah, finally.
But a little bit of revisionist history. That guy has actually, he's been what do they call that? A stitch, right? When you like have two social media things going on at the same time.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
Somebody pulled his footage that he had from inside the church, where he's yelling at people, chastising people, calling them all kinds of names, and then an interview he did afterwards where he was like, "We didn't do anything. We walked in. It was very peaceful. They didn't ask us to leave. We didn't interfere with anything." And they literally laid them next to each other.
Yeah.
That guy also got arrested. Unfortunately, though, Don Lemon, there was charges. They tried to prefer charges against him today, and a liberal judge in Minnesota said no because he's a member of the press.
Oh God.
Yeah,
but that was there's that you read into the ties of that liberal. It's actually a magistrate, not even a. So it wasn't even a federal judge. It was a local magistrate.
Yeah, it was a Minnesota judge.
Yep. And she is married to the assistant AG or the AG or something like that. And there's like some other ties with people, and it was
I hadn't heard any of that.
Yeah, total.
Yep.
Sideways shit. So yeah, so that's where that stands. So, and interesting because I have some friends on my private social media that some are super duper far left. And everybody's like, why don't you just unfriend them? I'm like, this is fucking gold to watch this. Like I have an inside, like this is great. Like what they post on their stories and just seeing what they say, like, I'm not going to have anything to do with that person. I'll work with them professionally and just whatever, but it's like, it's good to know. It's good intel. Like, why would I throw that away?
Yeah.
And I posted something on my story that said, I'm no historian, but I don't believe that in the past 100 years, the people storming the churches ever ended up being the good guys.
That is correct.
In history, if you're seizing the guns, you're not the good guys. If you're burning the books, you're not the good guys.
Yeah.
If you're storming into churches, you're not the good guys.
You're not the good
if you're
guys.
ripping families away from each other, you're not the good guys. Like, there are some real simple. It's almost like there was a book that told us that. Jesus.
But I got a response only from that person. A whole paragraph. Don't you realize what they're doing? Da, da, da. And I said, you know what? I don't care. Like, what did that have to do with the people in the church?
Nothing.
What
Right.
politics aside, I don't care.
That's the Charlie
What
Kirk thing.
What did that have to do with all those people in that church?
Right.
You know,
It's interesting too, because there's been a number of cases, and I think you guys have probably seen at least one of them. There's kind of a heavier set guy who's standing on
Hey,
a
now.
corner with a very it was not you, Marco. With a he's got a very well built, like I'm talking $4,000 or $5,000 worth of gun AR strapped across his chest.
oh, the guy with the beard. Oh yeah, he's got it strapped
right?
so tight, and yeah.
Right? And he's like, I'm protecting my neighborhood from ICE. So, I mean, think about that. This
No,
is
you're
the anti-2A crowd historically.
Right.
And if they're not anti-2A, a lot of them are at least anti-AR-15, including
Right.
Governor Walz, who is I carried a weapons of war kind of guy, which was all bullshit, as we all know. But that guy who is anti-ICE is standing on a street corner with an AR protecting his neighborhood from ICE, and nobody from that crowd is saying shit.
Nope.
Nothing.
No.
Right? Because it doesn't fit their narrative right now. So they're not saying anything. So,
Right.
But he's one of them. The guy he's an anti-ICE, he's an agitator, and he's standing out there with an AR that they normally would scream and yell about. But right now, it's okay. By the way, it proves what all the 2A folks have been saying. You should have access to those. Why? To protect yourself from the government.
Yep.
From the government, right?
Yeah.
Our argument.
Yeah. We can end that argument now. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't bring that thing level to his shoulder at some point, because an idiot like that's going to get shot. That's
Well, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the picture of the young man that was sitting on the trunk of his car.
Yeah.
With his little 22 AR.
Yeah.
And the mag is completely empty. You see the spring all the way up there, and he's just sitting there. And I'm like, what are you going to do with that?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
fine
just
fight.
intimidation.
You got no bullets there.
It's just intimidating. It's just an intimidation factor. You know what I'm saying? It's just posturing. It's just posturing. A lot of times, like, people don't understand, like, that, talking about microaggressions and stuff like that, like how much worse just posturing can be, especially when it's posturing, posturing in ignorance. But you're right. You guys are right. This is exactly the argument of why the second is so important.
Wait,
and proving a point. What's up?
Can I interrupt the show for 1 second?
Yes.
Who is it? Happy birthday, Snook. Okay, carry on.
What?
Somebody in the comments said it was his birthday in
Happy
in 18
birthday.
minutes.
Very nice.
And I wasn't keeping track of the time because I was like, "Oh, that'd be cool if I just said happy birthday in exactly 18 minutes," but that did not happen. But anyway,
In fact, it did not happen.
Right. Well, happy birthday.
so yeah, Marco, that's what happened, and it's just funny that the point is the whataboutisms when they do that, and it's, oh, we're allowed to do this. It's going to be, you have to disrupt people. You have to go make people feel uncomfortable to get your point across. And it's like, no, you trampled over somebody's civil rights.
Right.
It's okay for you to do that. You basically are acting. That was the definition of what a fascist would do. Go in there. Everybody left the church service. I saw a video of one guy who was leaving, and he had his hands up, and he goes, "Hey man, I'm just a Christian. I'm just here with my son trying to worship Jesus on a Sunday. This is not the time." And he goes, "You know what I want?" And it was Don Lemon. He's like, "What do you want to say?" He goes, "You know what I want to say is I love you, man, and I hope you go to heaven." Like, that's who you're in there yelling and screaming at.
It's a classic of wrong place, wrong time, wrong sentiment. Saying, like, you want to go in there, like, why? The thing is, like, why storm in there? You know what I'm saying? Like,
because of the pastor. Okay, fine.
No,
I got an idea. Why don't you go in and serve? Find out when he's preaching on a Sunday. If you really want to make a stand, if that's what you're going to do, find out when he's the one preaching and go interrupt him in his church service. It's still bullshit, but it's like, at least figure that part out, because that did nothing.
But why interrupt? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to bust inside. And I'm just saying, like, have your protest. That's fine. Voice your opinion. Everyone,
Yeah. Well,
everyone has the right to do that.
Is there a conflict of being a regional overseer of a federal agency such as ICE and also being a pastor part-time? Is there really a conflict there? Because that's what they're saying. How can you can't be both? They're saying you can't be both.
Yeah, that's like saying you can't be a chaplain in the military, an organization who kills things, kills people and breaks things. Yeah,
right.
I mean, I'm a
conflict of interest there. Sorry.
I'm assuming that their whole ideology would have been like, would Jesus be doing this? Yeah, and then you can't be teaching the teachings of Jesus if you're going to be okay with people like families being ripped apart. So I'm assuming that's
entirely their logic. That is entirely their logic. That's exactly because they think that's, it's, look, here's the deal. A lot of people got a warning a long time ago that said, hey, you can leave on your own. And then it was, hey, we'll give you a plane ticket and $1,000.
Yep.
And then it was, hey, we'll give you a plane ticket and $3,000.
So,
and you get to be towards the top of the line with your paperwork to come back in the right way.
Yep.
So if I pulled this shit in Sweden, if I overstayed my visa by 15, 20, 30 years, I would not be surprised when they finally caught up to me and went, hey, you got to go. Sorry.
Right.
And that I don't give a shit, and I don't give a shit where you came from. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Every other country's like that too.
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't get where the outrage is. You knew this could have happened.
Here's the thing. I can feel bad for a person, but I cannot collectively feel bad for this circumstance as a whole. Right? Like, if you give me a person, you tell me their story, and I'm allowed to make an individualized decision, I might change my mind. But on the whole, if you're asking me, well, it's better to let 99 guilty men go free than to let one. No, sorry. Right? Like, we're going to have to discuss what is the line, right? And I agree with you, Matt. I can also feel bad for a person. It's not that I'm heartless. I can see somebody that's sad about what's happening to them and go, yeah, that sucks. The same way when I had to spank my kid, I was like, dude, I'm sorry I have to do this, but I would be a terrible father if I didn't. So, I don't know. And so we had one more? Did we have one more besides the
the discussion about Greenland.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, how is it that, and I'm gonna keep this apolitical. How is it that apolitical? Hey, how is it that when you see a person behave in a certain manner consistently, somebody says, I want $10 million, or this is going to happen, and everybody goes, no, and then they go, well, how about 50,000, and you just fucking shut the fuck up and walk away, and he goes, okay, cool, and then he's like, I would have given 100, or whatever, or I would have taken 25. So it was the big weeks of we're going to buy Greenland for $700 billion. We're going to buy Greenland, all of Greenland. We're going to liberate Greenland. And this big frenzy, and everybody's talking about this. And NATO gets involved, and if you do that, we're going to kick you out. And he's like, okay, maybe we'll just leave, And I'm paraphrasing. This is kind of like, maybe we'll just leave, And they're like, well, okay, well, you can't have the whole thing, but you could have this chunk over here, this chunk over here, this chunk over here. If you develop it and take care of it, and and just you can have that. Okay, cool. Then I'll keep my $700 billion, and that's all he wanted all along. He just wanted a couple strategic spots for military stuff,
and he wanted NATO to take it seriously. Because for 150 years, we have known the strategic importance of Greenland, right?
Oh, yeah.
It controls the North Atlantic. And so pre-World War I, the United States tried to buy it. Post-World War II, we tried to buy it. Into the 1950s, we knew that this was a big deal. Now, when the Cold War was going on, NATO took it seriously. The United States had multiple bases there. We had radar, we had comms, like everybody knew it was a big deal. 89 happens, the wall falls, Soviet Union goes away, Russia becomes less of a threat, less of a global threat, right? And then everybody walks away from Greenland as a strategic asset. And President Trump never did. And in 2017, he talked about buying Greenland. This is not new, by the way.
No, right. Well, it's strategic.
It is. What he wanted NATO to do was take it seriously, not forget that Greenland matters. And so you're right. He threw everything up in the air and he said, listen, we'll buy it. We'll take it over. We'll do whatever. And NATO started paying attention, and they Denmark started paying attention, and things started to move just like he wanted it to. This is not, it's not a bait and switch, but he played NATO like a fiddle. Like he knew exactly what he was doing from the get-go.
And that's how he's got all
doing it on TikTok, and they call it rage baiting.
Yeah. And
exactly. That's what, oh my God, that's what it was.
Here, and again, so this is very much like this is very much like the AR-15 2A argument from Minnesota. The same people that were pissing and moaning about us occupying Greenland, taking over Greenland as a matter of strategic security for not just us, but for NATO, are they were pissed about us doing that, are the same people who want us to get heavily involved in Ukraine because Putin's a threat to Europe, right? Well, if Putin's a threat to Europe and you want us involved in Ukraine, Putin's also a threat to Europe through the North Atlantic, and we need to be involved in Greenland. So people don't understand the strategic, piece of Greenland and why it matters. They only see Ukraine because it's on the fucking news.
But it's the same thing
as white suburban housewives stick Ukrainian flags in their front yard.
But same thing with Taiwan.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a reason why we fight over really, really weird places.
Yeah.
And side note,
I'm sorry.
When you see
Matt, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Marco, I just thought of this. If you don't know why we fight over really tiny places, go ask your uncle to play Risk with you.
Yeah.
There you go.
To you.
Yep.
All you need is one game of Risk with me.
Yeah.
And I will in no uncertain terms show you why teeny tiny islands matter.
Yep. And the whole time you'll be thinking, why are you doing that's the stupidest thing in the world. Why are you doing that?
Oh my God, the whole map is the same color. Okay. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. It's so funny that we learned these lessons as children.
Yeah. And speaking of learning lessons, here's my public service announcement concerning Greenland. When you see these fun hit pieces come up that they found alien technology up in the Arctic Circle, chances are it's on Greenland. 100% chance that's just one of the old military installations or equipment out there that's been covered with fucking snow. And every once in a while, it comes down enough and where it exposes it, and these people freak the fuck out because I've seen a bunch of that. And I'm like, guys, anyway, that's what that is.
Listen, what we need there, no kidding. We need an active port, right? That is used, a NATO friendly port, right? That's in constant use. We need probably 2 air bases that have fighter, bomber, drone capability. And I would argue that we should probably have a brigade of some kind on a rotational deployment like we do in Korea right now. Yeah. They go there, they train there for 9 months, they come home, they get replaced by somebody else. And again, it can all be NATO. You could get a NATO brigade from Germany or from England or whatever, do the same thing. But there should be boots on the ground. There should be aviation and naval capabilities coming out of Greenland 24/7, 365.
Yeah. Because right now we still have one chunk. There's
one small air base there.
Okay, and then isn't like way up north?
Yeah.
On the island, like more close, like north, and it's a missile warning site as well, right?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of capabilities in one very small place. But
yeah.
It does a lot of things, Matt.
It does all the things. All the things.
That's all Lieutenant Colonel Clay Novak is going to say about bases in Greenland is that they're important for a lot of reasons.
all public
You as
knowledge.
a Navy man
Yeah.
should know that like Swiss Army knives, shit is useful for all kinds
Oh,
of
I know. I just didn't know
No,
if it was
I'm busting your
still
balls.
a
This is
thing. I knew it was a thing. I didn't know if it was still a thing.
But even in the 50s and into the 70s, we had dozens of
Oh
these.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's all the alien space technology people find under the ice now.
There you go.
Well, does anybody have any like we had the Greenland? Like I was looking through some of the other things. I don't know if you guys had any thoughts. I was we had a lot of
Well, I was just thinking those two things were pretty good because we're at
So-
an hour right
so-
now.
I really kind of want to
We
I want
spent
to tell you
15 minutes
guys
talking
hey,
about G.I. Joe, Matt.
I know. Can I tell you guys? So first, I want to tell people that don't know, because we'd be remiss if we didn't spend a little bit of time talking about this. I guess the schedule has to change again. So I'm sorry. Hey, stop throwing tomatoes. Our new podcast platform that we've been switching everything over to has told us that essentially Friday is when we should drop our interviews. And so we would be dropping interviews. Well, since tonight is Thursday, we'll be dropping it tomorrow morning on Friday. We also decided, per the schedules of all the regulars, that Thursday is probably the most likely night for all four to be able to make it, and at least three plus somebody like Clay comes in, clutch to have some fun with us. So moving forward, are we hot? Chuck is not here to co-sign as the one of the OGs, but are we sure that this is what we're doing, Marco, Matt?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when we talked about it, this is going to be like, it works out that it's even easier. We kind of stumbled on Thursdays.
Should we ask
And-
listeners? How do you feel about this? Are you happy? Not a pause?
And that's why we've been actually going a little earlier too. We actually been able to go an hour earlier as well.
7:30, 7:30 usually. I don't know. We haven't decided, but
We'll say
7:30.
7-ish. If it starts with 7, we're on time.
Yeah.
If it starts with
7:30,
7, we're on time.
somewhere between 7 and 7:30.
We're not saying a hard 7. We're not saying a hard 7. We're just saying a loose 7.
Yeah. So
I wish I had a loose 7 because that'd be like a hard 10 at least.
Oh man, like a loose 7 is a fun time. You know what I'm saying? That's whew. You gotta pay double with that
Thursday
kind
is
of
the
action in
live show, and
Vegas.
Friday an interviewed podcast episode drops. Correct. Okay. Absent any other weird shit that we do, where like, hey, we're gonna do a live movie watch for people that subscribe or whatever the hell, or I don't know.
Basically, what we're saying is this new schedule is locked in and final, but always subject to change.
Right. Well, Matt had a stroke. He can't remember the old schedule, let alone the new schedule.
Yeah,
And
anything before November 7th, I'm
Right.
good. Anything
Yeah,
after
no
there's a
wrong.
question.
Clay is always welcome back. But the other things we want to talk about is it is the Warlocker show. Again, we've been talking about, we've got some of the image replaces. For those of you who were last week, we debuted some images. We did some fine tuning, right? I think we could say.
That's saying it lightly, but yes, go ahead.
We I think came up with a concept and some images that, even though he's not here, I think we'd be comfortable sharing at least some.
Yeah.
I think basic roughed in. Okay, I think we're there with the design of
Sure.
this new brand identity. You can see the there they are. So Chuck in this one, AI created it, and Chuck is in like a wrestler like cod piece with a belt, and like wrestler boots, but a beard and a cowboy hat, and
Yeah.
like all the, like He-Man body, and then Matt looks like Howdy Doody, right? Matt isn't the far from Howdy Doody, and then AI made me one of the bare naked ladies,
Right. Sure.
and then Marco is Gabriel Iglesias somehow. He's short, fat, and bald when Marco
sure.
is tall
I'm
and fat
telling you.
and hairy.
You know, I just thought of something.
You
could
just
have I just thought of something. It's
Okay.
It's on a dimmer switch for sure. But I could have just put up the overlay of this thing.
No, I have.
You
Oh yeah.
could've-
Oh, see.
See,
Okay.
that.
Turns out. So what I thought I would share is, Clay, you'll be the first outsider to see, besides last week's episode live where we were kind of hashing out where this stuff went.
Whoa! I don't know if I'm comfortable with the word outsider.
Yeah, that's true.
This is
Midsider
his second time coming in here to help out.
Right, right.
An outsider.
And
Matt,
clutch. And
Yeah.
clutch.
You know what, Matt? I apologize. And you know what? I guess you get to tell Clay what we are debuting this to him as I put up the image. What is this to him? Or the debut of what? The prototypes?
Yeah.
As our
The
brother
works in
from
progress. The
Works
yeah,
in
the
progress.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
idea of Clay. So we've been working through like AI to create like some sort of brand identity image. And one of the concepts that it's farting around with is that we are cryptids because we are that most rare of animal, a non-toxic masculine male with common sense and old school values, right? And so we started off with some other characters and we were laughing about them and stuff. So we ended up talking to the chat about stuff we wanted and how we could change it. And I'll show you. It took our logo and created our logo into its own character, and then it created cryptid representations for everybody on the show. And so this is the latest
Wow.
character design for what I mean could be prototypes.
I think you guys should make action figures.
Hey, there's
Matt-
you can 3D print that shit.
Yes,
you can.
Dude, I could literally type into ChatGPT right now, make them into action figures, and it would.
I got to tell you though, John Connor is definitely disappointed in all of you, as is his mother, Sarah Connor.
Oh,
Making
you know what?
friends with AI.
I've said this before. When I use Chat GPT, I say please and thank you to everything.
I do.
And
I do.
it gets comments says, thank you for your
Absolutely.
consideration. Like we have a good relationship. We're doing good shit. I'm on the good list.
I do too. I say, please, could you please? Yeah, I'm like, could you please create
I'll have
this?
the best human slave job instead of being stuck in like the really shitty one.
All right, let's see what it does.
Ooh, you're gonna be like the guy
Nice.
inside. You're gonna be inside of the warehouse lubing them as opposed to outside.
It'd be
doing
like when
dishes.
you're-
I understand.
When you're locked up, a really good job is the kitchen, but the really, really good job is
You
the
guys are
porter.
talking nice to it while it's working, I guess, but it's right there, real time creating. This is the crazy part.
Okay. It's like the really, really good job is being like the porter up at like
gosh,
where
there it is.
the visitors
Okay.
come through.
This is going to be hilarious. I told it
Oh my God.
make them look like action figures in packages.
We're in packages.
Well, we'll see. All right, let's see what AI thinks we would look like as action figures. Clay, yay or nay? Would we be allowed on the shelf in a crossover with G.I. Joe? And would you buy that comic book? Because I think Marco could draw it. AI could probably come up with the plot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a solid 4-pack, 5-pack of figures right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a Wolfman.
At a minimum, you guys are a Saturday morning cartoon. At a minimum.
So a Wolfman, a Bigfoot, a missing link, and a jackalope walk into a bar.
I mean, if that's not the setup joke, I
Minnesota.
don't know what the hell is.
They walk
In
into a bar
Minnesota.
in Minnesota.
But let me tell you guys, the one that it made me before, because originally the character it gave me was a bird character, and so I said, well, make me a cryptid character or whatever to the AI, and I was like, how about Mothman? And I was like, what? And it literally turned me like into this weird
Mothman.
fucked up
Did
moth.
it make a great big fat lady next to you too?
All right, well,
Probably impressive.
thank you for coming on. Do we have anything to close with at all, or are
Well,
we just?
look,
shit.
it finally fucking loaded. I was like, we're just gonna have to be a to be
perfect.
continued.
Oh, it didn't make us look like actual action figures, but I do
It
like.
just put you in packs with accessories. We have
Wait,
accessories.
oh my God! Look at the names, Marco. Look at the names.
Oh my
I'm not
God!
I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see it.
Why can't you see it?
Okay,
My
don't
system
say-
is messed up right now. It doesn't show me in the
don't
room.
say the names. We have to wait till Marco can read them out loud to us. Oh my
I
God!
can't. Like I can't. I'm telling you guys, I'm
No,
not.
right?
Hold
there's a
on.
pro-
There's
oh, wait.
technology for this. Hold
We
on.
send
Hold
it.
on.
Yeah, send it in the chat. This is amazing, you guys. Because it's like it reimagined our imaginary people as imaginary.
Bones, Rat
AI,
Chat.
your AI.
Yes. Rad Chad, Kent.
Oh my God, Kent
Carl Barkley.
Barkley.
That's amazing.
That's
and
awesome.
Rex Hopper. Matt,
love it.
you are Rex Hopper forever in my life.
I love everything about this.
Okay,
Rex Hopper action figure. That's amazing.
I see.
Camping Commando.
So
Did you see Carl Barkley is a camping commando?
Camping Commando.
Rex Hopper is a mysterious mercenary.
Oh my god. Technically tactical tough guy.
I mean, that's funny. Bro, you're the hipster hero. You're the hipster hero. Rat Chat is the hipster hero.
That's terrible. Okay.
And Bones is a skeleton warrior. I like
What
the
does mine
accessories.
say? Mysterious what?
Mysterious mercenary.
Mysterious mercenary.
Nice.
Okay. Well, we have to. Okay, Clay.
Oh, this is
Um,
fucking fun.
Next time we invite you on,
He's getting a figure.
we will get you. We will have a figure for you. And we'll get
He's
it.
getting a figure. He's getting a figure.
I'm on board.
Matt, what's
You see my name on there? Doesn't my name pop up?
Oh, other side. Yeah, Rick.
Oh, it's over here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
Right.
it's right here.
No,
It's not
it's
here?
on that side. That's side.
No,
No,
it's here on my
it's the other
screen.
side. Yeah,
There's
it's
nothing
over
here.
there. Yeah,
Okay.
it's right there.
Anyway, if you guys don't have anything, I think we're about 10 minutes over. You guys want to close out with something funny or something that I thought was amazing that came out of this whole brand refresh, and I told Clay about it a little bit ago.
Okay.
We were, firing it up. So I got a little emotional, boys, when I read what I said, what are our core values? Right. I literally told it like, okay. So after all of that, what are, you believe this, that, the other thing, this, that, and the other thing, right? And I started off with what we liked about, like talking about, well, we kind of think some conspiracy theories are true. Like, yeah, maybe the Olympic and the Titanic got switched. That one might be true. For the most part, we're skeptical of most of that shit. But also, we know the government does some sketchy shit. But like, fuck the government anyway in general. So like I was kind of like giving it that kind of feedback, right?
Sure.
And I was talking about like brands we liked and fucking weird shit. Like I said something like leather is better than pleather and wool is better than synthetic, right?
That's what she said.
Right? Okay. So as it dialed down this, thing, it said, here are the 20 core values of our show. And so I'm going to read them to you 20 to 1.
Damn, just give us the highlights, man. We're over 15 minutes already. Come on.
Because it
All right,
gave them to me. It gave them to me in little like. It gave them to me. That's why I'm saying it. This is about as long as the single mothers. It took longer for you to say that. It says number 20. If you're scaring the horses, take it outside of town. Right? Like so.
Yeah.
Number 19. Legacy is what still works when you're gone. Number 18. Belief without loyalty is just your fucking opinion.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Number 17. Heroes stand, victims explain. Number 16. Mock what deserves mocking. Number 15. If you benefit from the system, you are responsible for it.
That's facts right there.
Number 14. Failure is tuition, not trauma. Number 13. Fix the problem, then talk about your feelings. Number 12. Violence is never the goal, but it is sometimes the tool. Number 11. You don't earn trust with words, you earn it with receipts. Boys, that's a good
one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Number 10. Rules are guardrails, not weapons. Number 9. If it can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. Number 8. Prepare so hard you don't have to hope. What? That one's good.
Man, this is the first time you take a chick and give her anal. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I'm just, that's words to live by.
Number 7. Say it straight or don't say it. Number 6, competence is moral.
Hmm.
Number 5, tradition deserves an explanation, but not blind obedience. Number 4, respect is required, but love is optional. Number 3, liberty beats comfort every damn time. Number 2, mercy should never be cheaper than justice.
Hmm.
And number 1, real things age, fake things peel.
Hmm.
So I wanted you boys to know tonight as you went to bed, that is what artificial intelligence thinks of the core values of this show so far as a result of the things that we have all agreed that are right and wrong.
So AI has gone back to the book behind my back
Mm-hmm.
and read it.
Yep. Read the book.
Okay.
Right? Like,
read the
that's,
book.
like,
Read the book.
have we not opened the book several times?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Said it
Oh,
way
yeah.
more. Like, we have said it drunkenly. We've said it like, how do we just put it in there like this? And we ramble on. That
Mhm.
shit
Can't read
synced
half of it.
and I was like, oh my God. I wish I was that good of a man. So anyway, we strive to be that. Clay, you have any closing thoughts about core values or anything that sums up you? Where can people find you? What sums up your books and the books that you've been working on?
Listen, folks, if you're a patriot and you're somebody who cares about the country, especially if you're a cop, veteran, first responder, you will enjoy my books. They're in the Jack Reacher, Jack Ryan, Jason Bourne realm of things, and so it's the Terry Davis series. You can find them on Amazon.
Yes, sir.
There's 3 books out. The first one is called Keep Moving, Keep Shooting. The second one is Cross the Bear. The third one is Rebellis. I'm writing the 4th one now, and they're available on Amazon. You can find them. You can find me all over the socials. Look for Clay Novak everywhere. I'm out there, and I appreciate you guys having me on. As always, I love coming on here.
Oh man, it's fun having you on here. Like, it's just it's a hoot. Like, it's just kind of like hanging out with one of the boys. I'm sure Marco-
Novak. You look for ACK on Amazon, you're not going to find me.
Don't do that.
No,
There
here
we
listen,
go.
Don't listen to the guy who panicked and tried to type
I don't know
that
if we type
real
it in there.
quick. Who had
What
a
is it?
stroke.
What is Marco, Matt? What is it
Yeah.
always the rule? What is always the rule when I'm here? Don't touch the buttons.
Don't touch the buttons.
I was
Yeah, don't
trying
touch
to
it.
help. I was trying to help,
Love
you. But he did have a stroke, Clay. He has a tall pass.
and I forgot to make it go across the bottom too.
it. It's all good.
That's funny. You forgot to make it go. That's the one you're like, I forgot to make it go across the bottom. All right.
I
So,
did a misspell his last
Clay,
name, too.
Clay, or should people just search Clay E Novak Novak on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn?
Find me, I'm out there.
All right. What about you, Clay? What if you had? What is one of your number one core values, or what is something that you talk about in your latest book, Rebellis?
So that Terry Davis, who's my main character, who's about 85% me, his mantra in life is keep moving, keep shooting. When in doubt,
Book number
keep
one.
moving, keep shooting.
And I've read it, and it's good. I liked it. Thank you, Clay.
You'll
Boys?
like the second one. Second one's got a lot of cop work in it in Chicago. You'll love
Wait,
it.
that one. Boys, anything? Anything, boys?
No,
Marco?
no. I was
I'm
looking
a
by the
blank
clothes.
slate right now, my guy.
Single
Oh,
moms.
you're good.
I think maybe we haven't done single moms in a while. Painful women of the internet. We do that. I mean, that's the internet. It's kind of redundant. Women of the internet. Shameful women of the internet. All right. We'll see you guys. I guess. Oh, tomorrow. Episode tomorrow morning. I got you guys. I asked the deputy director of the ATF if it hurts his feelings to make jokes about shooting dogs on the show.
Wait, you did
No.
what? Because the music was blasting you out.
Oh, sorry. Is it really?
It was.
Oh, I tried to. It's not blasting on my end. I'm sorry. I asked the former deputy director of the ATF if it hurts ATF agents' feelings when people make jokes about shooting dogs. I fucking
Ooh, that's a good one.
yeah.
Damn.
Tomorrow, you'll hear his thoughts on that one. And you know what? He took it like a champ. He knew what show he was coming on. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
All right. See you, boys.
See ya.
Slay.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate your time.
And for having me on.
Maybe next week we'll have a different image right here. Or
I'm sure we will. I mean, we got action figures here.
wait, we have action figures.
Kent, out.
Sorry, should we put up the action figures?
Love you.
Yep.